Leave me alone. Why my shit so damn small now? Damn, damn, damn. This thing wanna be weird. You wanna be weird? How the fuck you? There we go. Being weird, little goofy. Oh, that's why. Man, ain't nobody gonna talk. You ain't gotta make yourself small like that. The fuck? Don't nobody say shit. Yeah, you ain't familiar with the stream. Damn, kid. Mm, I'm happy. Leave me alone. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get straight into this. Today I'll be watching a video from Peas World. A dude from the UK. He titled this video, "Young Man is confused to why married men keep telling him to stay single." I mean, shit. What y'all think? Why do y'all think a lot of married men are telling men to stay single? I want to hear y'all comments. Let me hear that shit. Let me hear that shit, homie. Let me hear it. Matter of fact, am I on YouTube? I think I am on YouTube. I is. Oh shit! What's up, YouTube world? Hey, but I want to go ahead and run this shit up. This 2026. I'm gonna get all these subscribes up to 500. I'm gonna get all my subscribers up to 500. That's what we're gonna do. And I mean, even if you don't subscribe, put some down in the comments, cause I know y'all motherfuckers be watching. I be seeing a whole bunch of people come up and start watching the videos, but nobody ever want to say nothing. I'm like, why y'all being scared? What you scared for? Only punks is scared. Shoot, stand up, say something. Let me watch the video.
But one thing I always notice is that married men always tell men that's not married to stay single.
I'm
And
in
you start to
my
ask yourself,
safe
like, damn,
space
like,
for
why is
them.
that? Like, I hear it from
I
so
got a
many
whole
men
fucking man
that's
cave I can't
married or
even
been in
use.
relationships for 10 plus years. They always tell men, don't get married. And like, you could love your wife dearly, love your kids dearly. Like, you wouldn't trade them for anything. But I tend to see that a lot. Like, especially online, I see different people or guys that's married, that's been in relationships, tell dudes to stay single. Also, I know people in my family personally that I've heard from as well. And I know everyone has a personal experience with it, but for the most part, like I said, I hear more people say that than not. And more when I say that, I say more so from the men's perspective, not the women's perspective. I don't know how they feel about that or what they go through and shit, but when I hear about marriage, and especially for men who's married, they always say stay single. And of course, you still want to try things yourself. Like
Hmm.
it's good to take advice from people and hear certain people and things like that as well. But yeah, like you still do want to try things yourself. But I feel like certain things, bro, when majority of people are saying one thing, it got to be some truth to it.
I think that's deeply concerning is that like
I mean, unless all these individuals are jaded, because you think about it, there's so many people in the world. How many are you dealing with? Like, truth or no lie, there's so many people in the world, and I've noticed I've got caught up in this myself. I'll be on YouTube, and based off of things that I watch or I'll put on to fall asleep, that's majority of things that is being shown to me. So if this dude goes down a rabbit hole of just listening to married men's perspectives on things, then he's gonna end up coming across a lot of those types of videos where these individuals may be agreeing and saying the same things. That doesn't mean that everybody feels that way. You feel me? So I mean, in all honesty, puss and dog not look alike. What may work for one person does not work for another. There's a lot of individuals who are with individuals who have no communication skills or don't know what the heck they want to do in their life. And that makes it very difficult because if you are a man who knows what it is that you want to do for life, do in your life, or you're following your goals, dreams, and aspirations, and you're with someone who doesn't know their left foot from their right, what they want to do, or they only will be guided by their parents. Anything, if their parents say jump, they jump. But when you ask them for something, they're very hesitant on doing it or completely just forget. Yes, it'll cause issues in your marriage. And then they might say that it might as well just be single and run the streets. So, I mean, you got to be careful of who you're listening to. All right?
all of the older women, when I say older, like 50 plus, are strongly passionate about younger women, 20s, 30s, not getting married. It's like you can see your future and they're telling you exactly what.
You know what I find interesting? When you listen to Mary,
I want to say this. I don't think there's anything wrong with getting married. I feel like there's something wrong with going through the government to get married. Because as a man, when you go through the government, hold up, let's get big on this. As a man, when you go through the government and get married, it's almost like you signed your life away. It was just another way of slavery, pretty much. You're doing all this stuff to give it to the woman if she decides to leave. I mean, because in all honesty, unless y'all sign a prenup, which a lot of women don't want to do that and they try and guilt trip you for it, you think we're not going to last? Why do I need to do this? Well, if we're growing together. So, yeah, as a man, when you go through the government, you're pretty much telling the government, I allow you to be in my relationship, and you can tell me whatever the fuck you want to do. You pretty much just made yourself government property. They can come in at any time and do whatever the fuck they want. You might as well go ahead and sign your life away to the military, or at least 4 years to the military. So I personally don't agree with going and get a marriage license and taking it to the courthouse, doing all that extra stuff. Because I mean, even when it comes down to the Bible, they didn't say go declare your love to a woman and take it to the courthouse, pay a fee, so that way the world will know that you are together. I mean, this country was supposedly built off of one nation under God and Christianity, but yet you don't govern yourselves based off of the things that's in the Bible. I don't know. Everything with when it comes down to marriage, I can only really speak for this country in America. It's a fucking scam. Honestly, everything in this country is a fucking scam. Yeah, I said it. Everything in America is a scam. I'm not gonna get too much into that, but let's see what this dude has to say. He just looks bitter.
married women speak about marriage and married men speak about marriage, this is typically what they say, right? The man usually says, she's always nagging and nothing I ever do is good enough, right? And then you listen to a woman who's
Not always true. Sometimes they don't say shit, but yet never want to listen to anything that you say, and then you got to clean up the messes that they make because they don't want to listen to you.
married and she complains about the marriage and she always says he doesn't do enough.
Or he's only a provider. He's not there for me emotionally. I just, look, I hear a lot of shit. I've had a lot of clients complain about stuff. When I was doing executive protection and private investigation work, you would hear a lot of this shit.
What we're seeing, and this is
They
not
always
all
feel like
married
somebody's
couples,
cheating.
probably just half. What we're seeing is what marriage originally wasn't
And what
about
was it?
happiness. Now you can take that however you want to take that.
Take
You
that.
can take that to mean that if you get married, even if you're unhappy, you should stay. You can take that as if, well, I want to be happy, so I'm not going to get married. But now that we are marrying for happiness, we're seeing that this thing is not really working. Both sides are telling younger people not to do it. And then when you look at the data, you look at the divorce.
Probably because the way that the world is right now, you'll be happier not being married because you really just got to worry about yourself. And I'm not gonna lie, like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. For me, it's a lot easier just to worry about myself because I know what's going on, I know where my finances are going, I know what I need to do. When you have to worry about other people, there's a lot of individuals to where they might not be as savvy as things or have that determination and drive like you do. So now you're having to pick up their slack. I mean, that's one of the issues with being in a relationship or being in a committed relationship, a long-term committed relationship. You may have to pick up the slack of another person because if they don't got it, it's got to get done. So you got it. I mean, it's a lot easier to be able to be like, oh, damn, I fucked up, rather than being like, oh, damn, I gotta fix this because this person can't. So I understand where they're coming from because, to be honest with you, there's been a lot of times where I'm like, I don't even want to be in a fucking relationship. It's crazy to even look back and be like, damn, I really said that. I don't even want to be in a relationship. It's hard, and as I stated, I feel like I could do a lot more by myself when I don't have anybody else trying to drag me down or have to stop the things that I'm doing to get ahead because I have to sit here and play this whole happy wife, happy life role. Or if you deviate away from that, getting so much judgment, which honestly, I'm at the point in my life where I'm like, I don't give a fuck what people think about me. I've been lied on so much. I'm just like, you know what? No matter what I do, I'm gonna be the enemy. So I'm perfectly fine with being the villain in people's stories because everything comes out into the light. The truth does come out. Eventually, there'll be somebody else who's not me who has the moral courage of saying what happened. So I'm just tired of being attacked for doing the right thing. And that's just how a lot of people like to roll these days. So let's see what P got to say about it.
So you go. I mean, is there really a point? Now, if you're religious, I'd say bypass everything I said. Right? You're Muslim, you're devout Christian. You have to get married. You have no choice,
He
right?
said you have to.
But for everyone in the middle, love isn't enough because love is an emotion, just like any other emotion. It comes and
Love is
goes.
a frequency. But yeah, okay.
Even if you're super happy in the moment, again, happiness is an emotion. It comes and it goes. And people aren't willing to stick it out for long periods of time.
Nope.
Most relationships fail. I don't think I'm genuinely coming to believe that we're not as compatible with each other as we think. Or we just don't know how to pick properly.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, I think more people pick poorly than we think. People are picking based off the wrong things.
That's
They say having a girlfriend in this day and age is a humiliation ritual. I think even starting the talking stage is grounds for them to start the humiliation ritual on you. I invited this young lady on a date last night. I tell her I'm going to be at your crib at 6:15. We're going bowling. Might grab some food before. Just be ready by that time. I get to her crib around 6:20. She comes downstairs to come get me. She's in her pajamas. I go, "Why are you in your pajamas?" She says, "Oh, I just got caught up doing something. I'm just going to run upstairs, get ready real fast, and then we can go." I'm like, "All right, bet, that's cool." We go up to her room. I'm still kind of pissed about it, but I'm like, fuck it. It doesn't matter. We got all the time in the world.
no.
We get to her room. She hands me a remote as she's going into the bathroom to turn in the shower. She tells me, "Hey, I have a Crunchyroll account if you want to watch anime because I know you told me you like watching anime." And I'm like, "All right, bet, let me pull this shit up." I click on the Crunchyroll account. It's a nigga's profile on that bitch. I look at her and I'm like, "Yo, what the fuck?" She looks at me like a deer in headlights and goes, "Oh my god, I completely forgot that's his account. It's this guy I used to talk to. We don't talk anymore, but like he's logged into the Crunchyroll. If you don't mind like watching on his account, you can." And I'm looking at her and I don't say anything at all because I'm just thinking in my head, you didn't
Bruh. I gotta do this. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So ultimately, she just disrespected the shit out of you because I've been through something like this before. Wow, I don't really fuck with nobody. I'm like dating. Done. No, 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 thank you. People ain't got no respect for nobody. You mean tell me that throughout the day you was updating her, letting her know what your plans was, time you'll be there, and everything. You get there, she's in her pajamas. Says that, oh, I'll go up real quick. I got caught up. Caught up with what? Anyway, you come upstairs because she says she's gonna change real quick. She passes you a remote as she's going into the shower. My God, she probably got a banging ass body because you followed her up into the house on your first date. Okay, cool. You hop onto the Crunchyroll as some other dude's account. Dude, yeah, you right. That's a humiliation ritual. You stupid.
even have the due diligence to go ahead and log out of his account. You know that I have a Crunchyroll account. She's been to my crib before. She knows I have one. So why the fuck would you pull up another nigga's Crunchyroll account and try to make me watch shit on his account? What the fuck is wrong with you? But I don't say that in the moment. I'm just kind of looking at her like, yo, what the fuck kind of shit you got going on? And it's so crazy to me how women just try to brush that shit off like it doesn't fucking happen. Like, that didn't matter, and I wouldn't be upset about that shit. I ain't say nothing. But at the end of the day, baby, if you talking to more people, you don't have to cap to me. Just keep it 100. I'm not trying to cuff you. Just
I love the fact that he said that, because I'm that's how I am. For first of all, he stayed quiet. I would have been like, "Nah, I'm good." I would have dipped, because I got too much respect for myself to still deal with any level of disrespect like that. So I'd be like, "Nah, fuck that, deuces." But at the same time, if something bothers me, I'm gonna let you know right then and there. And I would hope that if something bothers you, you'd let me know right then and there. Because I don't like this whole months down the line, weeks down the line, years down the line, you want to bring some shit up that happened a long time ago. I don't remember. I don't know, because it didn't cross my mind, because nothing was ever said. If something bothers me, I'll let you know right then and there. So that way you can associate the emotions, everything that was going on at that time. So that way maybe if it you end up doing it again, your amygdala will be like, hold up, I remember this feeling. Oh shit, I remember when such and such said this and this. Okay, cool. It'll pop up in your head. And that's the way that I think. But you have a lot of individuals these days who are so ego driven that when you bring when you inform them of things that they're doing, they take it as an attack. We got so many people who are used to being talked around that when they're talked to, they feel like it's an insult.
don't have me watching niggas' Crunchyroll accounts. That's crazy as fuck.
What do they always say? It's not the hoes that break your heart, right? It's the good girls who are hoes in disguise. The reason why she probably didn't tell you that she was dealing with other guys is because you wouldn't have taken her seriously. A lot of the times, people want their cake and they want to eat it too. Right? Maybe you had your uses.
In this case, she wanted it. She wanted all the dicks and eat them too.
There's a lot of situations where a woman will be maybe dealing with her ex still. She knows that nigga ain't shit, man. But she's getting bust down. And she's talking to a new guy. The new guy thinks they're going good. But she don't know where it's gonna go. Like, she's still iffy about it. But then when it starts to go serious, she'll cut off the ex. The problem with those situations is, as soon as she gets rocky with her new guy, she jumping straight back to that nigga.
Did you hear about the lesbian stud who transitioned to being a man, and now she's back to being a woman who just got engaged to a gay man? This is Raven Thompson, and she's going viral after her fiance announced their engagement. And now everybody's saying, see, this is why nobody takes the LGBT community seriously. It turns out that this beautiful woman used to be a lesbian stud who dated women. And then she transitioned to being a man full time. And then, out of the blue, she was scrolling on Tinder when she met Jeremy T. Jones, an influencer in Mississippi. Jeremy had already been through his own rite of passage, having been married twice to two different men. But this time, he says something was different. Jeremy says they began chatting on the app and then spending time together. And then over time, she made the decision to go back to living life as a woman. And he supported her. Just 18 weeks after they started dating, Jeremy proposed to Raven. And she said yes. While everybody's scratching their head trying to figure out how is this going to work out, Jeremy says it's simple. A man and a woman fell in love. But Jeremy also has a word for the haters who's calling him out and saying he's still gay.
I really just can't believe y'all this bad that I got some cake. Damn!
Well, I guess it's time for something new. Jeremy and Raven will soon be something they've never experienced before. Husband and wife. What do you think of this story? Leave a comment to let me know. I'm Tierica with the T.
Let me break this shit down, okay?
Hold up, Swerve. No, let me get in this first. I always ask this question. I was like, look, let me ask this. If a transgender man and a transgender woman get together, that's still a straight relationship, right? So you got a gay dude who liked a stud trans. You got a gay dude who likes a trans. And then the trans decides, you know what, I'm going to go back to being a female. But this dude still likes how it's still a straight relationship. Still a straight relationship. I mean, I will say this: when she go black, you never go back. Obviously, I'm just glad to see that they kept it all together. What you got, P?
Hey, liberal peas. Liberal peas about to step into this bitch, okay?
That's funny.
Gender is a spectrum, okay? You can be a woman, transition to a man, but like men. Lock in, okay? Just because you're a trans man doesn't mean you like women. You can be a trans man and like men, right? So originally you were a straight woman. You transitioned to a trans man, now you're a gay man. Then she was like, I ain't really with this. So she detransitioned, and now she's just a straight woman or bisexual. Maybe she likes both. Okay, where it gets confusing was with the guy. Okay, you're gay, 2025. You meet a trans man. Okay, now looks like a man. Does she function like a man? No. Okay, that's where it gets a bit iffy. Like, were you gay or were you bi?
I think he was a bottom. So as long as he's still getting plugged, he's fine. He's just now in his eyes, he's with a bad chick, and she can give him whatever size dick he wants.
Probably bisexual to begin with, right?
The hell for
And then
that?
she detransitioned into a woman. Now, this is where I would think if you were gay, you would be like, I'm out. But you stayed. So now you're in a straight
She
relationship.
laying that pipe.
It's all over the place, but I get it.
She got him bent
I
over.
understand how it can happen.
That's what it is.
Okay?
She got him
It
bent
is
over.
2025,
He
2026
he loves
on the
making
way.
it clap for her.
93% of women 18 to 24 have literally never been the bigger person in a situation. You think I'm fucking lying? This is an article from Dartmouth University. 2025, 93% women age 18 to 24, sample size 2,457, never taking the high road. The conscious choice to respond to interpersonal conflict or provocation with passive, forgiving, or non-confrontational behavior. This is astonishing and not astonishing at the same time. Bro, I'm fucking
Astonishing and
speechless.
not
It's not
astonishing.
your imagination, dog. It really be all of these bitches. Bitches will literally shame a man to hell and back for not being the bigger person over some very little shit. 93, that's a big percent.
Where does this guy be finding these studies, man? Honestly, where does he be finding them?
Okay, I'm about to say something, and I know it's about to
She about to say some stupid shit. Watch. She about to say some real stupid shit.
upset a whole bunch of people, but this really needs to be said. But I genuinely feel like ever since people started having kids out of wedlock,
Stand by for the stupid shit.
men have not seen labor, pregnancy as serious things, and this is when there became an influx of deadbeat dads. Bro, when I tell you, when women started having kids for men all
I'm sorry. She look like her titties as big as her head.
willy-nilly, men no longer take things such as pregnancy, labor, postpartum seriously. That's the reason why they're all willing to leave. And also, y'all didn't let them work for it. Y'all just be having kids for any fucking body.
True.
And tell me if I'm lying. Look at, there's so many freaking examples of so many beautiful women having kids for fucking lames. That shit pisses me off so bad. Like actually.
Same. But I don't think that's how it happened. I think you're once really traditional, and then that tradition was stripped away. It was stripped away. What stripped it away? We know what stripped it away.
Cardi B, Nicki Minaj's, Meg The Stallions, what is it? City Girls. It's just all twerky music. Fuck. I mean, I have to say Lil' Kim, Foxy Brown was probably the start of it.
Now, because we have no tradition, we have nothing holding the family unit together. Now we have baby mama, baby daddy culture.
When people started having kids all willy-nilly is when there is an influx of baby dads. This dating scene went to freaking trash because y'all hunch on every fucking body to the point where niggas now expect it. It's just like, oh my God. It's really just like, oh my God. And I know they're about to be like, oh my God, here she go, pure in this purity culture shit. But honestly,
there aren't an influx of baby dads, by the way. Most men don't have kids. You guys just are attracted to the baby dads. That's something that you guys need to address within yourselves. If, what is it, 40% of men, only 40% of men will reproduce, procreate. Why the hell are all of you attracted to that 40%? There's 60% of men who don't have.
They're attracted to that 40% because with these people having kids shows that other girls are in them, and women are seem to be drawn to drama. So now that the fact that they're not with their baby mom, they assume that there's drama, and they want to be the ins and outs of all that drama. So they're going to be drawn to the man who has a baby mom or even multiple baby mamas because they know that he is sought after by other women, and women are very competitive individuals. That's the reason why that 40% of men who are just dipping and dabbing their dick in everything is constantly getting vagina, because these girls want to feel included. And that's how you get SARS, AIDS, HIV, all that other shit.
Kids, I won't read
you nasty fucks.
But you love the 40%. There is not an influx of baby dads. That's not a real thing. Statistically, it's just not real. You guys like the baby dads. Again, that's internal. Why?
If the ladies started closing their legs, actually running a strict program, not laying with these men that do nothing for them, it would self-correct so many things. Because these niggas would have to get their money up. These niggas would have to be better men. Because they could not even touch us. But y'all be letting anybody and everything touch on y'all.
Not anybody and everything. Anybody who's good for them, they overlook them. They just chasing the money.
I agree.
Y'all be having kids for any fucking body for no reason. These men be telling y'all they don't want to be dads, and yet y'all still be letting them nut in y'all. Like, it's just like, and I know people are gonna be like, well, you have to hold the men accountable too. Well, if you know my page, you know I definitely be holding these men accountable. They do not get a moment's rest from me. But as an adult, as a grown woman, you should pick and choose your battles. And single motherhood should not be one of them. This is the same man that can't even take care of you if you were sick. What makes you think that he will be a good father?
Same man, they ain't got no crib. You can't go and live with them. They ain't got nothing going on for them. Multiple baby moms. Stuck.
Like, oh my God. And then some lessons, like I said, you do not have to go through them in order to learn them. I know that single motherhood is hard. I don't need to go through it. I don't need to go through it in order to know that it's hard. It's just like, and then some of y'all don't be learning y'all lesson the first time. Yo, I cannot lie. I commend the women that be one and done. They have that one baby with that terrible man and they never do it again. They learned their lesson the first time. Some of y'all be taking men from women. Well, not even taking men from women. Some of y'all be getting with people's baby fathers after they left them with kids and thinking it's not going to happen to you. La ilaha illallah Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. I truly be appalled because what
the
right?
hell's going on there? What was that?
She Muslim? What the fuck was that?
What the hell?
Stop.
She a Muslim?
You think that if that was a good man, that woman would have left that man with small kids? What be going on in y'all heads? What be going on in some of y'all heads? Oh my goodness. Y'all not finna stress me out on this beautiful morning. And also, before somebody get in my comments saying, oh, marriage doesn't solve everything, I understand that. But you're telling me you had a baby for a man who couldn't even commit to getting on his knee and asking you to be his wife in front of your Lord, whether what religion you pray, practice, or don't practice. In the eyes of the law, if you don't practice something, that man couldn't get on his knees and make you a wife before you gave him a child. You did not make this man work for it. I understand that there are also single mothers inside of marriage, but this is not what we're talking about right now. Do not get in my comments being dunce. Because I understand that marriage does not solve everything. But marriage should be the first step before you even think about letting that man nut in you and get you pregnant. Girl, what are we doing? We have completely lost the plot.
Listen, we spoke about marriage earlier. Replace marriage with commitment. That's basically what she means. That's basically what she's saying, right? And commitment's important. Commitment's good. Even though marriage doesn't really work anymore, can you say marriage really works anymore if half fail? Even though that's the case, idealistically, it's good. In the black community,
nah,
we need more. Even though personally, for me, I'm good. I know I ain't, you know what I'm saying, one of these people that are causing the problems within the community. Okay. So, if everyone was like me, we probably wouldn't need marriage. But because that isn't the case, something like marriage wouldn't be a bad thing. Even if half ended, at least we know that these people who are having kids, they want to have kids together. They want to be together. They want to try at least. The men are more likely to be a part of the kids' lives if shit, ends. The situation that's happening now is that just a bunch of people just having kids with a bunch of people. No relationships. I mean, there are people who are having kids with people, they don't even know their full government name.
Facts.
There are people who are having kids with each other. They weren't even in a relationship. Imagine that. Imagine having a kid with someone you were never together. That's insane. Imagine having a kid with a situationship.
Just saw a video of a brother talking about he wishes a shorty would make him go sleep on a couch in a house that Hey, look, man, even back in the day, bro, back in the day when they would, do that on them sitcoms, Martin, My Wife and Kids, Everybody Hate Chris, you know what I'm saying? I always thought that was crazy. What you mean I gotta go sleep on the couch? I work too hard to sleep on the couch. I paid $2,000 for this bed. You think I'm not finna sleep on this bed? Whoo, boy. That just doesn't make any sense. That don't even make no sense to me. I get a hotel before I sleep on the couch. You don't want me to sleep? All right, bet. I'm gonna get a hotel. It's going right down the street. I'm not sleeping on no damn couch. Just off the principle, off the strength. Maybe I'm too prideful.
Growing up is realizing, as much as we love those shows, My Wife and Kids, Martin, all these shows.
Yeah,
a lot of those guys weren't the man. They weren't the man. Okay, because imagine me having to sleep on the couch in my own house that I paid for. I built this shit brick by brick. I went through all this shit that I went through in life to get to this point where I bought this house with my hard-earned money, and you think I'm sleeping on the couch? Listen, if I'd done something egregious, this is the most egregious shit that I've ever done, right? It wasn't, you guys let me know. Anyways, my girlfriend's coming over. She's like, I'm coming over. Cool, I blacked out. I don't know what I was doing the night before. I blacked out. I fell asleep, phone in my hand. I was KO. Apparently, she was outside for a good while knocking on the door. And, she was Arab. So, they always care about other people's opinions. And she was like, oh, my God, people were watching me while I was talking. I'm like, nobody was watching you. Knocking my door. What are you even talking about? Anyways, she was fuming. I never seen her that angry. And I'm young at this time, right? I'm 19, right? She was fuming. In that situation, maybe, I did something like that and I knew I was wrong. Maybe I'll sleep on the couch. Maybe. But in a back and forth, if I think I'm right and you think you're right, you think you're kicking me out of this bed, you might as well go downstairs. I ain't going downstairs. This is my house.
I think I understand where they were coming from, to where the man would sleep on the couch. I think that was him submitting. And saying hey, his way of apologizing, putting her up on the throne. I think that's what that was. Where she's like, you sleep on the couch. She's like, you know what? I fucked up. You're right. Yeah. That's him putting his ego and pride to sleep on the couch. Because I mean, ultimately, I feel like what ends up happening is the man probably don't sleep on the couch the whole fucking night. She probably end up coming out and be like, "Hey, come to bed," because you know women get cold as hell. Depending on how long y'all been together, how long y'all been sleeping together. She ain't gonna want to be in that bed by herself for too damn long. That was really just her saying like, you fucked up," in the middle of the night. Poke, poke, poke. You like shit, you know. So I think that's honestly what it is. Put your pride and ego to sleep on the couch. Put that shit to rest. It's not so much of a punishment. It's more of a, yo, chill the fuck out. You getting ahead of yourself type deal, you know? But let's see what P got to say.
Okay, so I'm scrolling on TikTok and this post comes across my feed where a daughter is telling her father that the mom has been getting waxed down below by a male. And the father's completely shocked. So the husband asked the wife, "Why did I not know that a male was waxing you?" And she proceeds to say, "I didn't think you needed to know." The daughter asked the mom, what position is she in, or what positions is she in when she's getting these wax? And the mom is like, "Yeah, you know, he made me put my knees to my chest and spread it wide open." And the father is like, "Whoa, for one, you don't even do that for me. So why are you doing it for a stranger?" The daughter is dying laughing this whole time. And the mom is still confused on why it's an issue with the husband. So the husband lets her know that that will be her last appointment there. And if she needs to be waxed, he can do it for her. And so the daughter asks, "Well, who's the one that's paying for the wax, you or her?" It don't matter who's paying for it. She's not getting it. Out of respect for her husband, her lover, her provider, her protector, she should have never let no man go down there. That's a sign of disrespect. That today gets a lot of women or men unalived. Not having respect for your significant other. Am I tripping? Like, why would a married woman let a man wax anything if it ain't her husband or her boyfriend? What do y'all think about this? Am I tripping? Am I taking it too far?
I get it. I
understand the principle.
And I'm with it. Like, I wouldn't want my girlfriend getting waxed by a guy. But what if, like, her OBGYN is a guy?
Right?
Where do we...
See, and I'm glad that he said it, because I was going to say that, because my wife had a male OBGYN after her second birth. And with that, I mean, what am I going to do? How dare you go in my wife's vagina? Like, he's doing his goddamn job. I mean, it's not like he was trying to make advances and shit. He wasn't like, "Hey, put your legs up on my shoulder" type shit, you know? I mean, me personally, I wouldn't have an issue with it as long as he's just doing his damn job. Like, okay, you have men that are OBGYNs. You have men that are waxers. I mean, that's like saying, "Oh no, my wife has to get surgery. It only can be a woman to give her surgery. I don't want no man seeing her naked." Like, yo, chill the fuck out. I feel like at some point that becomes controlling and obsessive. Like, I can understand to where if this man was waxing her and making it seem like it was an intimate thing when he's waxing her, and then trying to get her number and shit, then I'd be like, "Yeah, nah, you done." If he's just like, "All right, cool, open your legs," which if you get in a Brazilian, they literally wax in the front and all the way to the back, so it's like you kind of have to. I mean, I don't see an issue with that. Okay, somebody else saw her vagina. You ain't in that bitch. I am. Ah. I know that after she heals, guess who's gonna be the first one to dive in that motherfucker? This guy. So that ain't really gonna bother me. Okay, yeah, he's seen it. Ooh, whoop-de-doo. I mean, shit. I bet you if you saw that bitch shoot two kids out, you probably wouldn't look. You would look at it differently, especially if you ain't getting in it. I ain't got an issue with that. I'm different. I'm not one of those controlling, obsessive individuals.
Where is it? Where's the line? Where's the... Is he not allowed to be a guy either? Or is it just for waxing? Or is it for some things and not the other things? Oh no. Oh no. You gonna tell her to go get a new doctor, or it's tough.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much for that, Peace World. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end this, and I got to go. I'm going to sleep. Fuck this. Had a long year. Fuck it. Happy New Year's to all you motherfuckers. I had a long year, and I'm